Good morning students. So today we will start this new chapter triangles, and in triangles we will study congruency. So first of all, you already knew what is a triangle. A triangle is a three-sided polygon. Now in this we will see this term congruency. So first of all, what is the meaning of congruency? So two shapes are said to be congruent when they have same size and shape. Okay, when the two shapes are having the same size and shape, in that case those two figures are known as congruent figures. For example, suppose I take two circles and both is having the radius suppose 3 centimeter, then in that case these two circles are congruent to each other. Suppose I take two squares and both the squares are having the side as 3 centimeters or suppose 4 centimeters, then we can say that these two squares are congruent to each other. So this is the meaning of congruency, when the two shapes are exactly same in size as well as shape. Those two shapes are known as the congruent shapes. So in this chapter we will study about the congruency of the triangles. So now if the two shapes are having the same shape, suppose if someone asks, suppose the two figures are having the same shape like this, two circles I am taking. So definitely they have the same shape but their size is not same. In that case these type of figures are known as similar figures, when they have only same shape not size. Okay, so when the two figures are having the same size and shape, they are known as congruent figures, and when they have only the same shape, they are known as congruent similar shapes. For example, we can say that all the squares are similar to each other, then all the rectangles are similar to each other, all the circles are similar to each other, but reverse is not true. All circles cannot be congruent, all the squares cannot be congruent, and all the rectangles cannot be congruent until unless they have the same dimensions. So in this chapter we will study about the congruency of the triangles, and we will review the few criteria that we have studied in the previous classes. So let's start with the congruency of the triangles. Okay, so there are in all 5 criteria of congruency are there. So let's start with the first name. Name is angle side. Okay, A stands for angle every time and S stands for side every time. The next criteria is ASA, that is angle side angle. Then we have another criteria SAS, that is side angle side. Then we have, if all the sides are equal, then SSS criteria, side side side. And the last one RHS. RHS means right hypotenuse side. Okay, so these are the 5 criteria: angle side, then angle side angle, then side angle side, side side side, and RHS. So these 5 criteria we will be using to prove the two triangles are as congruent, or we will be taking out the things which are needed in the given questions. So first of all, let's discuss these criteria one by one. So starting with the very first criteria, that is angle side. So as the name suggests, angle side. Suppose I have two triangles like this. I am taking the two triangles. Suppose this is A B, C, this is P, Q, R. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of angle side? Suppose, let's, angle B is equals to angle Q and angle A is equals to angle P. Suppose these two angles, these two pair of corresponding angles are given as equal. And suppose one of the side which is not included between these two angles, okay, between A and B, side is AB. So when other than AB any other side is there, suppose it is given AC is equals to PR, then we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. And which criteria we have used? We have used, this is angle, and this is side. Okay, angle, side. Now, moving on to very important thing that you should know whenever you are solving the questions of congruency. Whenever we write the sequence of the triangles, for example, I have taken triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Okay, this is the sign of congruency. So, what is the meaning of sequence? Sequence means when I say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR, so suppose if you pick ABC and you put it on PQR, then ABC should completely cover PQR. Okay, suppose you have the two pieces of the triangle, one triangle piece is ABC and one is PQR, and if you say that ABC is congruent to PQR, then this piece of ABC should completely cover PQR. That means all the vertices should overlap each other if you put it on this triangle. Okay. Now, regarding how to write the sequence of the triangle. Okay. So, I have said ABC is congruent to PQR. That means this A corresponds to P, B corresponds to Q, and this C corresponds to R. And with the help of this, now how we can write these 6 things you will get. AB equal to PQ. Okay, AB will be equal to PQ. Then BC will be equal to QR, or this AC will be equal to PR. So these are the 3 sides which can be equal. Then angle A should be equal to angle P, angle B is equal to angle Q, and angle C is equal to angle R. Okay, so these are the 6 measurements out of which we need any of the 3 to prove the triangles to be congruent. So whenever you are writing the triangle in the congruent way, then their corresponding sides should match. For example, suppose someone writes triangle ABC, randomly triangle QRP, suppose. Then what is the problem in this statement? AB, when you read AB, then what you will get corresponding to AB? QR. And if you see this triangle, AB is never equal to QR. So this is absolutely wrong. Suppose if you just reverse, you write it something like this. Suppose triangle ABC is congruent to triangle, suppose QPR. Now what is the problem again? See, AB is equal to QP. Okay, right. BC equal to PR. So what is my BC? This is my BC and this is PR. So definitely when you cut this triangle and put it on this, BC will never coincide with PR. So again, this statement is also wrong. So whenever you write the statement for congruency, make sure that the corresponding sides and the corresponding angles should go with the sequence of the vertices that you have taken, like this. So these are the 6 measurements that you will get, and of these 6 we need any 3 to prove the triangle to be congruent. For example, in this, what we are having, this we are having, then this we are having, and this. So 3 measurements I am having, which are equal to each other. So I can easily say that these two triangles are congruent to each other by angle side criteria. Next is angle side angle. Okay, next is angle side angle. So as the name suggests, angle, then a side should be between, then one angle. For example, if I said, if angle B is equal to angle Q is given and angle C is equals to angle R is given. So for assigning this criteria for the congruency, the side should include it between the angles. Like this angle is B and this angle is C, and they are equal to each other. So side should be the included side, that is BC equals to QR. Okay, if it is there, then we can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR with which criteria? Angle side angle. So this side should be included between these two angles. Like angle, it is side and angle. Angle, it is a side and it is angle. So like this, you can use this angle side angle criteria. The next is SAS. Okay. Again, so the way we used to speak the criteria, the same way that criteria should be fitted in the triangle. For example, for the same triangle, if I say, suppose if AB is equals to PQ and BC equal to QR. So these two sides, suppose, are equal to each other. Now in order to use this criteria, okay, this AB, PQ and this BC and QR. Now in order to use this criteria, the angle should lie between the sides which are equal to each other. That means if AB is equal to PQ and BC QR, then angle B must be equal to angle Q. Then only you can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR by side angle side criteria. Okay, so whenever you use this criteria, remember this angle should be between the sides which are equal to each other. You cannot say that AP is equal to PQ and BC equal to QR and then you will write angle A is equal to angle P and you will write side angle. No, it is absolutely wrong. There is no such criteria like side angle. Again, this angle should lie between these two equal sides. Then only you can prove that these two triangles are congruent to each other by the side angle side criteria. Okay, understood? So angle side we have discussed, angle side angle discussed, and side angle side we have discussed. Limitations I have told you. Most importantly for this criteria, angle should be included between the two given sides which are equal to each other. Then only we can say that those two triangles are congruent to each other. Next is side criteria. So as the name suggests, very easy criteria, side. So suppose again I am taking two triangles, and like I have told you, the way we used to speak these criteria, that way should be applicable in the type of the triangle.